Anyway, this happened. And I'm going to introduce you now to the stupidest human being that has ever lived. At least the stupidest human being that's ever worked for Disney. We all know who she is, Victoria Alonso. And she was, I think, at the GLAAD Awards were last night. And, of course, the CEO of that shit organization was threatening mayhem over the Florida bill. Good, do it. And she went up there and stated to everybody in the crowd, she had a 45-minute interview with Bob Chapek. And if you read it, and I'm going to include it in the description of this video, she's basically whining to him. She basically said, look around you. We're all family. No, you're not. Those are your co-workers. Those aren't your family. Quit acting like there's something worthy of bloodlines there. There isn't, okay, you crazy. Okay, and she's like, don't we have the right to be happy and exist? Yes, you do. You already do, okay? This has nothing about, taking you people to dark camps and whatever, okay? We're not criminal. No one wants to criminalize you people. In fact, I'm going to make a statement. No one who wanted that bill wants to see you people in jail. We just don't want to have teachers grooming little kids. And the reason why I say this, first off, is because little kids deserve innocence. That's kind of like what Walt Disney had in mind. And the families he thought about were mom, dad, and kids, not whatever the sociopath thinks a family is. Because whatever that is not a family. Okay? And the whining, pathetic, I'm a victim statement she made is just, and of course, why is she stupid? We all know who she is because she's a diversity hire at Marvel that Kevin Feige hired. Not because she's good at her job, but because she's a lesbian. Okay? There's a reason to hire anybody. Right there in that check. The box is checked. She put a name on her face. She made it so she is known now by everybody. When they all had a faceless organization, they could hide behind it. Now, Victoria Alonso made it very obvious she is one of the loudest screaming bitches that was part of this. Okay? Now, is he going to fire her right away? No. But I'm going to tell you a little story that is connected to this. Just a second. Normally, I would have found a Karl von Clausewitz quote here, which is politics is war is politics by other means, but this is Sun Tzu. So, Ray Keating, who is a writer for a Disney shareholder blog, posted this story and got on Fox News the other day to talk about it. Now, okay, everybody knows Fox News is a screaming right-wing network. It's also the only cable network anybody watches anymore. So, I'm sorry, but there's gravitas in being asked to come on Fox News, especially Fox News Business, if Maria Bartiromo or somebody else asks you to go on there. Anyway, it's the only part of Fox I respect anymore. Anyway, I'm going to tell you, Milton Friedman was the guy that came up with the trickle-down economic theory that actually works. And he was basically the guru behind that, and basically was the guy who gave Ronald Reagan his ideas on economics, and he was a Nobel Prize winner. Okay, we're not talking about some idiot, from New York, some economics professors never write, who screams about Keynesian economics that never works. Okay, Friedman is a powerhouse. So I suggest you read him. You read Hayek, F.W. Hayek. Who's the other Austrian? The Austrian economists are basically the gurus of modern day capitalism. Okay. No one, if they put effort into it, was ever poor in capitalism. Okay. All right. Everybody is miserable if they're under socialism. So let's talk about this. So what's going on? What he is saying comes from the shareholders, the people with money in Disney. And I'm going to say this. I am sure Larry Fink and the rest of the guys that run the big hedge funds are now hearing complaints about all of this. Okay, this is huge. Okay, this is not, the Zoom call was the nuclear bomb. Okay, that went off. Now we've got the shareholders starting to make noise about it. These people got to go. Stop fighting us. Stop not wanting to make money. If we leave, look, here's the deal. If the shareholders leave, Disney's dead, okay? But they also lose their right to say something, okay? Which is why I caution people, you gotta understand, if you go, your ability to make a stand for what you want to see in programming is gone. You no longer have a voice, okay? So what I'm looking at when I read this, and the fact he ended up on Fox News, is because this. I think Bob Chapek is behind the shareholders getting pissed. Okay, this is Palpatine 101. Who created the separatists? Palpatine. Okay, there they are. Who went out and created the clone army? Palpatine. And then they fought each other. And guess who came out on top? Palpatine, right? Okay. What I think is going on is there's a current stirring to get the shareholders to go to war against the woke folk, the Victoria Alonsos and the Carrie Burks, or whatever her name is, etc. at Disney. Okay? And the activists will not win this. Because in the end, Disney is a for-profit company. Oh, by the way, their big hero, Bob Iger, said that back in early 2020, 2021, sometime around either 2020 or 2021, and it was going to get lean and mean. Okay? Now, if a controversy has to evolve and turn into chaos, what in the world would you do if you wanted to eliminate the problem of this lack of creativity and this overabundance of activism that disgusts normal people? What would you do? You take advantage of the chaos. Okay, and you would be the one basically to make it go bad for the woke folk. Okay, look, that Zoom call being leaked out did more harm to these people than anything. And then Victoria Alonso shows up and, makes his crying plea. Don't we have a right to live and work and be happy? You already fucking do that, you fat bitch. You already do that, okay? Now we got the shareholders going, I'd like to see dividends. I haven't seen a dividend in 2 years. Okay? Look at where the shares are. All because these activists, these little, rainbow colored brown shirts are basically demanding access to little kids out of diversity. No, it's not diversity. There's no diversity. And look, if this was such a mild problem, if this was such an innocent thing, why are gay and lesbian teachers leaving Florida schools because Pasha, the press secretary for Ron DeSantis, said exactly what they were doing. She called them groomers, okay? And I'm sorry, but you know perfectly well that there are board members at Disney and Bob Chapek and Susan Arnold that are looking at these people and looking at the board members who pressured him to apologize to these gutter snipes, knowing that these people are bad for business and the title groomer fits them. Why else would they need to do this? Why else? If you don't understand what I'm saying, go back and look at the Zoom call video I did on Thursday. It's in here. Just scroll down and find it. Okay. You tell me what they're doing. Why are they doing it? It doesn't have to do with civil rights anymore. They've got all the rights they could ever want. Okay. And the shareholders are now going, what the hell is going on here? Okay. And the waving the flags of victimhood. Please give me a break. You're not victims. You're a bunch of sociopaths. Okay? Really. And I expect to see Victoria Alonso leave Marvel maybe in about 6 months. Maybe in October. This is Steph signing out. I'll see you around the galaxy.